I wanted to share my thoughts with you today on the Eco Heater. It's a pretty simple concept. It's a convection heater and it's about 2 by 2 and made out of ceramic, and it is very hot, but yet you can still touch it, so it's definitely safe for pets and kids if they bump into it or something. I've seen a lot of controversy about these, so I just wanted to give my personal reflections on them because I've had this now for about 2 years. And my house is pretty old and drafty, and if you were thinking of like turning off your heat and just switching to putting one of these in each of your room, that's kind of questionable. It would definitely depend on a few things. Like my room that I'm in right now is about 12 by 12, and I know the Eco Heater says that that would be about the maximum size for heating a room. I would think more like 10 by 10, but also another factor would be how tall your ceilings are. These things put out a good deal of heat, but their selling point is that they are only 400 watts, and your average space heater is like 1200, or like a high setting would be 1500 watts. So yeah, you're definitely saving in energy, but you're also not getting the same amount of heat. So I think it's a pretty fair trade-off. However, I guess depending on where you live and how much you need to really rely on heat, they would have different results for you. So for me, I'm kind of on the borderline. Like I use my heat occasionally in the wintertime, but these definitely help out with it. They cost about, I think, $100 or so. And I guess the other thing too is that the hardware they come with is kind of weak, so I just recommend using your own drywall screws, and don't tighten them in too far because the ceramic is kind of soft and you don't want to risk cracking it. But other than that, they're pretty cool because you can just leave it in and plugged on indefinitely because like I said, the amount of energy they use is really little. It's the equivalent to like 4 light bulbs per hour, so not much. And the other cool thing is that you can paint them. I personally don't paint mine, but you can definitely paint whatever color you want on them so they match your room. And I actually don't mind my contrast here, so whatever. But that's the Eco Heater. It's a pretty simple solution. And like I said, if you have a small room and heat isn't like a huge concern for you, these are definitely a great option. But if you're living somewhere that's totally frigid with tall ceilings and old and drafty and big rooms, I wouldn't really recommend going this route. Although they are just a nice addition of heat of just a couple degrees. So again, I recommend checking it out if you think it fits for you. So yeah, I understand the controversy around them, but overall they definitely work for me. But I see how for some people they may not work. So hopefully my reflections made a little bit of sense to you, and thanks for watching. And if you're interested in more information about these, just click on the link below and check it out. Alright, take care and stay warm.